Hey guys, this is Jason, and this is my review for The Black Demon, directed by Adrian Grunberg, who has directed movies like Rambo Last Blood, and is a new shark movie I just watched on Amazon Prime recently, and it is about a family that goes on vacation that is cut short after they get themselves trapped inside this oil rig in the middle of the ocean filled with oil. And then there's a giant Megalodon shark that's swimming around this rig waiting to eat them, and the family have to figure out a way to get off of this rig and survive. Shark movies haven't been the greatest when it comes to horror. Now, there are some exceptions, like Jaws, for instance. Jaws is easily the best shark movie ever made, and I think it will continue to be the best shark movie ever made in regards to how timeless it is. But there are some shark movies, like the Sharknado films or any of the shark movies made by the Sci-Fi Channel, that have been a little more self-aware and a little goofy, while at times also trying to have some serious moments that just don't always work. They end up kind of ruining the fun of those films. And the reason that Jaws still works to this day is because it has an engaging story, really compelling and fun characters that you care about, an iconic score by John Williams, really good suspense, and great filmmaking. Unfortunately, this film doesn't have any of that, because this is one of the worst movies I have seen in a long time. It takes itself very seriously by focusing on this family and these two other people that they're stuck with on the rig, who have been on this rig for a while. And another thing that's supposed to make this film feel more serious is that it talks about the origin of this Megalodon and how it came to this world. And the way they try to tell this story is supposed to feel more serious, but it just comes off silly and ridiculous. Like, if this movie was more tongue-in-cheek, I would have been fine with that. But this movie takes itself very seriously and just takes the fun completely out of the movie, and it gets dreadfully boring. It also has some hints and foreshadowing for the main father character, played by Josh Lucas, that's supposed to relate to the main story, but the way they set it up is not subtle at all. You can easily pick the pieces together. You can see everything coming from a mile away relating to this story right when both him and his family are introduced. The visual effects and the green screen are garbage. They are terrible. Like, whenever you see the characters underwater, you can easily tell that they're in a green screen set inside a water tank. And whenever you see the giant Megalodon swim around trying to eat some of the characters, you can really tell it's just CGI, and it's that noticeable. It's that bad. The editing here is also really terrible. Like, whenever the characters are in danger, you can see like a few quick cuts whenever they're attacked by the Megalodon or when they're supposed to be terrified, and it's that hard to see, and it makes the experience feel nauseating. Now, despite the fact that there is some gore in the film whenever the characters are underwater and you see like body parts floating around, it still feels like this movie is trying to hide like certain deaths that would happen. Like, the beginning of the film, you see two guys on a boat around this rig, and one of them gets eaten by the shark, but you barely see what happens. You just see the guy's head underwater and the ocean is turning red, and just cuts back to the other person that's still on the boat. Like, why is this movie trying to hide like some of the deaths that would happen? Now, this next part I really don't feel comfortable talking about, but for this video I have to, and that is the acting. Every performance in this film feels fake. They're supposed to make you think that they're in danger, but you just don't feel their performance at all. There's also some strange imagery that just comes out of nowhere and at times can feel laughable. Like, there's this one scene in the beginning where a character is surrounded by other fish and jellyfish, and you can really tell that's fake, and there's really no reason why that's there. And there's another scene where a character sees a bunch of body parts falling around him underwater, and he sees like an eyeball floating in front of his face, and then all of a sudden it just turns to him. Like, what was that part supposed to be? Like, that part just randomly happened because, like I said, this movie is trying to be more serious, and then something like that just randomly happened. Like, what is the tone they're going for here? This movie's not very clear with which tone that they're trying to do. Like, is it trying to be a more serious shark movie, or is it trying to be a more self-aware shark movie? Either way, both of them don't really mesh for the main story. Like, even the subtle jokes that they were trying to go with were just terrible. Like, I didn't even laugh at all whenever they were trying to be more humorous with some of the humor that they were going for. The characters in this film aren't likable or interesting in the slightest. Most of them are either annoying or just a jerk or just a complete idiot. Like the main father character played by Lucas is just trying to make sure that both him and his family are trying to have a good vacation, and then he just leaves them in this bar to fix this certain problem that he has to do, while the mother defends both herself and her two kids against these two drunks that try to assault them, causing both of them to leave the bar and to go on this boat to find him. I didn't give a crap about what was going on with the characters because they were tedious and poorly written, and the action and the suspense they were going for was nauseating and poorly filmed, and the CGI and green screen was really terrible. The Black Demon is incredibly bad in every way. There is not one good thing I could find with this movie. Like, there's literally nothing in this movie I can say that's redeemable. If you want to watch a good shark movie with good characters, an engaging story, and good suspense, then don't watch this movie. Just stick with Jaws. That movie has a lot of that. But if you want to watch a more self-aware shark movie that doesn't take itself very seriously and just wants to be stupid for fun, you're not going to get that here because this movie takes itself, like I said, very seriously, and it fails hard. I'm going to give The Black Demon an F. Oh man, it felt good to get that out of my system. So guys, if you have seen The Black Demon, what did you think about it? Like, did you think this movie is as bad as I say it is, or did you actually enjoy that film? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, if you like this review, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss a thing because it makes my channel grow. Hit the notification bell so you know what other videos I'm posting. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.